every question under the sun. I respect that you're going to different places and answering questions. My only concern is I feel like you have a vested interest in not having a state monitor.
I don't.
Well, I think that when you come and you talk, you're definitely promoting yes answers. I think that a more neutral voice who could give the positives, XYZ positives for having a state monitor, would have benefited the town. The League of Women Voters tried desperately contacting over 15 different people to try to get a neutral person to come up and talk about what is the effect of a state monitor. But we were stonewalled on trying to get that person. We went to the State Department of Education, the County Department of Education, and we were not able to get anybody. And I with all due respect, you've given a great presentation. I think you have wonderful plans, but I would really have liked to know what are the positives, all the positives, and what does it involve to have a state monitor? Thank you.
I can answer some of the positives. Like I said, I worked with 2 state monitors in my previous roles. One had a very positive experience, one not so very positive experience. So the benefits of a state monitor would be this thought partner, right? You would actually have a thought partner who is in but outside of the organization, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but it makes a lot of sense, yes. Because there's a lot of politicization.
So if I had a vested interest, the vested interest for me would be a state monitor, because that would take accountability off of me. So I just want to be very honest. If I was thinking about Ruth Turner, I would say, come on, give me a state monitor, because I have to sit back and say, this. So I want to be very clear, that's not it. My concerns have always been around resources, recognizing that 26-27, we're also going to have a very tough year with many projected increases. So I just want to be very clear of that, and I sincerely mean that. So if you get a good state monitor, which oftentimes you do, that's a great thought partner. That's a person that is not connected, that could look very objectively and perhaps just focus on the data, not the emotions, right? So there's a lot of positives for me.
Well,
right?
Also for the town. I
Yes.
mean, we have sacred cows here that are untouchable in Montclair, and if you had an objective person from the outside come and look at it, maybe those cows would be slaughtered or whatever.
Right.
You
So
know what I mean?
I just want to clarify, because I live my life very open in that. If you're asking me what would be beneficial for me as a superintendent, right, that would make my job a lot easier.
I agree. And
but I want to also add to this, but I also believe that it is my job as a superintendent, right, to make those tough decisions with community input, right, even though it makes it easier for me, right? So I struggle with those two balances, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Right. One of our questions was, do you have any input into the state monitor when you talk to the Department of Education and get that person is appointed?
They would take sort of my input in deciding who that individual is.